Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back. Today from the Mercury Brewing Company of Ipswich, Massachusetts, I'm reviewing the Ipswich Winter Ale. The Ipswich Winter Ale is an old ale, and by definition an old ale is frequently the stock ale, which has been aged for a period of time to bring out a more bolder character and sometimes ups the alcohol by volume. However, the Ipswich Winter Ale ABV comes in at 5.4% ABV. The description on the bottle reads thus: "Here is a hoppy English-style old ale, perfect for the easing of the cold winter months. And our Ipswich Winter Ale utilizes a malt selection that provides chocolate and fig-like characters, creating the perfect cozy balance of malt and hops." Sounds like something I would enjoy. Of course, figs have high levels of calcium and fiber, so there's nothing wrong with drinking a beer that is good for you as well, as far as the types of items that come inside. When you're brewing with figs, and whether they brew with figs or not, I'm not sure. I'm just using the description where it says figs, fig character. When you're brewing with figs, you often throw them in toward the end of the brew process or through the boiling process. But anyway, I'm going to open the bottle and give it a pour. Just before I do that, you may be able to see that there's the Ipswich logo has this kind of nice looking little schooner ship on the cap. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Right. Oop, the bubble coming off. See that bubble? I like that bubble. Anyway, pour it into this old thumper glass. From a 22 ouncer. Nice big bottle style sound. A mediocrely aggressive pour, I might say, if I say so myself. There's the bottle up there. But anyway, it comes up to a very nice, darker amber color. Yep, dark amber, good head here, based on the way I poured. Looks like it's going to last a little while. You can see some nice carbonation bubbles kind of clinging to the side of the glass as opposed to rising up the glass. More clinging, the way it looks like to me, with a lot of it down toward the bottom. Let's give it a check on the nose. I'm getting here a really mellow malt character and notes of fig. A hint, and I'm just going to say a hint, about yay big chocolate. Getting a kind of a clean hop aroma as well in there. But the figs do bring out a slightly darker fruit character, which is, since a fig is a fruit type plant anyway, it does bring out this kind of dark, fruity, kind of unique character. And it's definitely different than some of the fruity type characters you get in other types of beers that somehow bring apple, sometimes bring out pear, sometimes bring out banana. This one is definitely, a fuller kind of, more mellow, bitter aroma of fruit. Let's check the taste. Ooh, I wanted to drink that one more. I could have taken a big swig on that. I'm finding it to be a very easily drinkable beer. And it's very nice. It's a medium to heavy in body. And I'm feeling a little bit of the head, glistening on my tongue and on my lips. Swirling it around, it tends to hold on to its body fairly well. Taste-wise, it's really well balanced. You are getting that sort of figginess, and you're getting good malts, and you're also getting some hops, but nothing overwhelms anything else. That's why I call it well balanced. And there's almost a type of there's a more of a durable bitterness in this one than there are in some other bitter ales. It's got a bitterness that's got a slight bite. but it's not overwhelming, like strong ales or so, where you have a real strong, almost occasionally, boozy type character. And yeah, that's maybe not the best description, but those kinds of characters are sometimes noted in a strong ale or an old ale or something like that. Okay, you have to excuse the cough. I'm just kind of getting over this cold and it doesn't want to go away. Now there's definitely a finale to this, an ending to this, that brings out a hoppy character. Don't want to call it a dry hoppiness. It's almost dry, but not really dry. It's just more bitter. That's probably a better description. Like a bitter pill in a way. It just brings out a good bitterness, but definitely not something that is offensive in any way. And so I actually kind of like this beer. It's actually a very likable beer. The head has continued to hold, sort of falling down to a slight ring, but there's still plenty of creamy head in there. Not as much lacing on the glass. Yeah, it sort of clings for a bit. You know, whether that matters or not, I mean, it's always kind of nice to see that little clinginess in my mind. But this is definitely a beer I have had before, and it's one of those beers I like to try in the wintertime. So I've had it before, I'm having it now, and I expect I will have it again someday, because it's really just one of those beers that warms you up in the winter. It's not too pungent, not too overpowering, but a little more bountiful in flavor than a standard ale or of some kind. So anyway, that is Ipswich Winter Ale. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.